here we are, the last shark movie of the shark marathon until Christmas time ish. Uh, yeah, the last one we're looking at is the Reef. This is the only one that was ever requested to me. So the Reef. It's got a pretty generic name, but yeah, let's just look right at the movie. Let's cut the shit. Look right at the movie. It's the last shark movie for a bit. Uh, yeah, let's just go.
So the plot of this movie is pretty simple. It's this group of Australians. They're just going on vacation out to the water on their boat. It's simple enough premise. Well, the boat actually gets hit by a reef and it submerges and it's actually just beginning to straight up sink. So the group of Australians all decide that it's better to try to swim in a direction where they might find some land eventually. And well, I'm sure you guys can guess what happens. The story was actually quite good in the movie. It sounds pretty generic, and it kind of is, but I thought it was done in a way that was actually pretty good. It was definitely unique enough, and the fact that it was Australians always a bonus. I love those Aboriginals. Okay, these people weren't Aboriginals, but you know. I'm going to say the story was actually pretty good, and I thought the characters in the movie were decently enough developed. They had some nice character arcs. The shark was in the movie a decent amount of time when it comes to that screen time. Like, not a ton, but it's definitely quality over quantity here. I was pretty satisfied with how much the shark was in the movie. It was on a horror movie level. I thought it was more than sufficient, and it got the job done, that's for sure, and then some, to be honest. When it comes to the shark kills, there was a decent amount of kills in this movie, and I gotta say they were all pretty good, or at least they were impactful, to say the least. And they're honestly better than anything I expected. I expected them to be pretty bad, but this was actually alright. It wasn't bad at all. The kills are a bit generic, I might add, but they were done in a way that I feel was unique enough to the point where it was different. In particular, the very last kill in the movie I thought was definitely the best, and it was actually really unique. I had not seen that one before, so that gets like bonus points. The CGI, it was good. It wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good. Again, it gets the job done, and I think that's all it really needs to do, to be honest. It just needs to get the job done and be good, and that's just what it actually is. The shark actually looked good, so that's great. The acting is all with Australian accents, so it's really hard for me to properly judge the acting because they are masked behind the accents. Don't get me wrong, I liked it, and I thought it was good, but there's a chance it could be bad, just masked behind the accents. But I can tell you that it just wasn't totally crap. I didn't notice anything really bad about it or jarring. I'm going to give it my thumbs up. I thought it was pretty excellent. It was probably the best Australian acting I've seen in a shark movie. Just a shark movie, not any movie, or even any Australian movie, but an Australian shark movie. And I thought it was good. I don't have any complaints with it really at all. Overall, in fact, actually, I don't really have any complaints with this movie. I don't have all that much to say about this movie because it's actually pretty great, and I don't want to really say all that much about it because I actually recommend it. I think it's pretty good. The CGI is good. The general acting is more than fine. It gets the job done. I just don't really have any issues with this movie. Like, it's actually decently scary, and it's like, wow. And the shark's good. The kills are good. And it can be a bit generic, but all in all, it's actually just really nice to watch. It's based off a true story, to my knowledge also. It may seem a bit generic, like I said, but it really just gets the job like done, and it's one of the better shark movies made in recent memory, that's for sure. And with that, I'm going to have to give it The Covenant. 5 out of 5 on the shark scale. It's a shark masterpiece. I don't really have anything else to say about it. I'm going to say right now, this is easily one of the best shark movies I've ever seen. Hands down, no question. And with that in mind, we conclude the shark series. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed all these shark movies. I had some fun watching them, and I'm glad I ended on a good one. So I don't know when there'll be another shark movie to look at, but I'll be there. So have a nice day, guys.